So what's actually happening? What's actually happening when the wolves go bad? You know, when they turn into predatory instead of being a hunter. We talked about this 2 videos before. The vibration of the wolf, and then there's the type of character that the wolf has. And this is one touches on that the spirits want to talk about when the wolves go bad and they turn into predators. So, in terms of energy, the wolf, generally speaking, because generally speaking, they're regarded by the humans as this subspecies, of course, because their emotions are not the same, their morality is not acting the same. They have more of an open reality, really, in the sense that it's kind of unwritten. It's kind of unwritten. They have to decide. They get to choose their morality. They don't have that same empathy of feeling, so they don't naturally know when something hurts, something's wrong. So they if they're going to have a morality, it's probably one that they've chosen. You know, more rationally, they'll choose their morality. Whereas a human is much more entrenched in, oh, I couldn't do that. That's wrong. That would make me feel guilty. The wolf vibration doesn't necessarily have any of that. So in a sense, they're a little bit of an open book, almost an unwritten book. They're a set of skills, but they're unwritten. That's potentially dangerous, particularly if they get jumped on by the darker spirits that are around, that have an agenda, that they want. Their agenda is usually to do with feeding. You know, bringing other people down from their energy levels, devaluing others, creates energy feeds for them. You know, they can feed off all this wonderful diamond energy that people are leaking. So, in order to get the wolf to turn into a predator, what can often happen is a wolf, let's assume a wolf has had a very, very painful, austere, mean and cruel childhood. You know, let's assume that a wolf has been sent to an orphanage where they used the strap, they abused the children, hit the children, you know, gave them pain, a lot of discipline, no fun. It's all very austere living. A lot of pain. Male and female part, child to the child. That causes a split between the female and the male child because, as discussed in other videos, the male and the female child split off from one another so that the male can retain the strength and feel okay and cope, and the female absorbs pain, does pleasure as well, but she's been ousted. She's the one with the pain. Kick her out, keep her away, 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 away. This is a rift in the energy body, which is a hole, a gap and a leak. So the pain, a lot of the pain that they internalize, the female internalizes, the wolf in particular, is the humans telling the wolves that they are subspecies. Given that they are very proud species with a lot of prowess and pride in their skill set, this is probably one of the most painful things you could do to the wolf, is to tell them, you don't have prowess. You are below us. You are inferior to us. You know, the humans don't mean to do it. You know, they just tend to regard them as, ooh, wow, ooh, cool, ooh, that's a bit odd, or, eesh. You know, avoid that, maybe, person. You know, ooh, I won't, you know, maybe quite good fun, to charismatic to go out with, etc. But, ooh, you know, anyway. So they may avoid them. So they've dislodged that feminine part of themselves, the part that carries the pain, and in particular, the part that makes them feel inferior or below others, below human beings, subhuman. That's a reoccurring pain for them, because obviously it's unusual to even conceive of the fact that they're not human. So they may not have that awareness that they're wolf, you know, to see that they're a different species, you know. So that's an internalization of pain that's gone on, and a consistently reoccurring wound You know, you are always less than. You are less than us. You are less than us. You are less than us. Pain. It hurts. That hurts. Their prowess hurts their pride. It hurts. You know, the wolves were always shot, weren't they, in every country, you know, physically they've been shot, banished. Very few wolves are wild anywhere now, you know. So it's that's just to bear in mind. There's that kind of thinking. Now, an energy rift, an energy gap always causes a vacuum for feeders. Dark spirits will swirl, they feed off our energy. So they'll be swirling around these gaps and these rifts. But with a wolf energy, normally from a human energy, they'll just feed, you know, keep on, this person keeps on leaking. Now with a wolf energy, they do something different. They enter into a symbiotic relationship with the wolf, potentially. As in, both parties have to benefit. Dark spirits, you want energy, yes. What do you want? I want the buzz to feel special and superior. I want that feeling that I've been denied, punished, had pain in. Echo. It's just an echo in their feminine, really. They're female. They've banished it, locked it up, really. But it still exists in the distance, like a little voice. Pain, you know. So they'll want this, subhuman down there, they'll want this tip up. That will give them, because they have this default lack of being told, they've got this pain going on down there, they'll want this massive pleasure boost. So the dark spirits arrange to, we'll give you that real kick. We'll work out a way to give you that real kick. Will you? How will you do that then? Well, don't worry about the details. We'll sort that out. But we'll get fed. All right, that sounds like a good deal to me. And these patterns get ingrained potentially quite early. You know, the dark ones swarm around them, and because they're more, the wolf will be living in that masculine part, they'll tend to attack outwards. So they'll knock someone down off their perch a bit, human, being a bit superior, then knock them down. Ooh, that felt nice. You know, that felt nice. That person lost value. The dark ones in and feed from that value. Yum, 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 yum. And the dark ones are helping the wolf to direct, helping them all over this, you know, yeah. Go for that person there. That person's quite bouncy, got quite a bit of energy. Just put them down a minute, put them down. We'll help you in directing you. We'll put that person down. So it's a bit of a teamwork that's going on here. There's a bit of a kind of a teamwork thing that's going on. The dark spirits join forces with the wolf, and more than one, and they're intelligent. They have intelligence as well, and they have absolutely no morality. They're like a carnivore who just wants to feed. You know, a cat or a lion doesn't think, oh, that poor antelope when I ripped its neck out. Oh, I felt bad about that, you know. Nothing. Zero. I mean, that would be a useless emotion to have, wouldn't it, for the lion? Pointless. You know, it might not eat anymore. You know, oh, I hurt that antelope. Well, I'll just eat. Well, I can't eat grass. What am I going to eat? So there's your carnivore. They are pure energy feeders. You know, they haven't got their own body anymore. They're in an energy movement form. They need the body of the wolf. The body of the wolf. The body can move, articulate its limbs. It's got a skeleton. It's got skin. It's got a brain. It's got legs and arms. Can move towards the next person. Let's move over there. So they infiltrate. They infiltrate the wolf. Many of them. Badder and badder and badder, potentially, depending on the level that wolf of morality may not have in place. Maybe they've got absolutely no morality learned in place. Maybe their hatred is built to such an extent that they don't give a fig about a human being, life or death. Maybe they've got that lack of any morality. If that's the case, there are levels of dark spirits, and the darker ones, you should call more evil, would really have an opening there, because there's no morality to stop them. There's no morality bar. There's no bar that's going to say, this person the wolf isn't going to say, oh no, put that bar a bit higher. That's too low for me. That's too low. So they'll test out the level of morality. They'll test out that bar. Ooh, let's try pushing it down a bit. Let's trip that person up over there and watch them drop all that food and tea all over the floor. Just as an example, humiliate them. Make sure that it's a public viewing as well. Let's see how they go down there. Did that person got that inferior wolf who's been felt all its life inferior, felt really superior watching that person squirm around the floor. Oh God, look at them. Oh, I'd hate to be in that position. Oh, I'm not like that. Look how I feel. It's an emotional kick which can become an addiction. It's emotional high. And the value flooded out of that person when they felt humiliated. Let's assume they've got value problems anyway. If that person didn't matter and they laughed it off and really didn't care, there's not a loss of value there. But if the person felt humiliated, how they felt, if the person felt humiliated and upset and it ruined their day, etc., etc., that's an energy leak that the dark ones feed from. So there's a swarm. So the dark ones are using the wolf. There's this two-way relationship going on, and they push things as far as they can to really push that bar as low and as low and as low as they can go, morally speaking, with the wolf. And of course, the more pain, presumably, that the wolf has suffered, the more self-hate they've put their female really far away. They're hating themselves first. They are detesting the female that contains and has absorbed and suffers and has the pain. That's the weakness. Go away. So they are doing the self-hate first. They can only get that back. They can only get that same back. They're not bringing that back. They're not bringing that female back. So this huge rift that the darker spirits can fill. And they will use the body of the wolf. They don't care about the wolf. They chew it and spit it out. But it's very, very useful to them. So they will have this symbiotic relationship with the wolf, whereby the wolf goes around in the world, because they can't really knock people over quite the way that the wolf can, give people a dressing down, maybe even abuse someone. They don't have the physicality to do that. Their energy, they're a dark energy. The wolf is moving around, is living and breathing. The wolf can physically abuse someone, make someone feel totally worthless. They'll go and feed from that person. Yum, 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 yum. Ooh. The wolf maybe has a lot of self-hate, kicked out its own energy. That's unloved, that's self-hate. So they're going to be able to comfortably do self-hate, because it's what they're already doing internally first. It always starts internally. They're only performing the same operation that they are doing to their own energy self. So the abuse will then be done to the feminine, the female part, to hurt that, produces energy for the energy beings, and is a replication of how they are dealing with the feminine, the absorber of pain. The feminine child part absorbs pain. The masculine child part, would tend to put pain outwards, to do other. So they're both acting like this kind of echo, really. This sort of shadow self, and this lot of pain that this energy part is hidden, and it's kind of hidden because of the distance. keep a big distance. It's like an external hard drive for an energy body. Put it a long way away, and I just hear an echo, very slight. But that the shadow self is still enacting as one body, really. Hate, outwards. Outward hate, outward abuse. The darker spirits, let's see how far they can push his bar down. Let's see how low. They'll want to go as low as they possibly can with the wolf. And because of the wolf has this fluid morality, you could say, maybe even non-existent morality if they hate the humans that much. It's like they may even kill, torture, kill, harm, hurt. Nothing. Dark spirits are going, hooray! We've got a real puppet here. Because that's what actually he's being. They are the puppeteer. The dark spirits are being the puppeteer. And the wolf that's gone bad is being the puppet. But the wolf gets, it's this symbiotic relationship. It's parasitic, but it's symbiotic because both parties are getting something that they want. The wolf is getting this, ooh, I'm so powerful again. Ooh, big kick. Wow, kick. Wow, kick. The dopamine rush is like, whoa, whoa, when I've got so much absence of it. And I'm so unloved and unwanted. There's so much pain there. This is the amount that I need to cancel out that pain, which I've not looked at and shoved over there. Down, up, oh, wonderful, oh, and again, ding, ding. That machine, that weight machine, you hit the hammer down, it goes ding, 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 ding. And so they get caught up, the wolf, in these addictive hits of self-importance. Bang, wow, you down, me up, you down, me up, you down, me up. And to a greater or lesser extent, depending on their past and their life and their history, and and therefore the morality bar that they've put in place, if there's potentially non-existent, they can be a very destructive force indeed, and cause a great amount of harm, So going right back, the first point, number one, they're not human. Number two, the humans will probably always see them as a subspecies. You can't change other people. You can only change yourself. Number three, bring back, look at the pain, talk to that female child. Talk to her. Where's the shame? Where's the pain? Every time that child comes a little bit closer to you, that female child, your life will get better. Your energy will go up because we are closing this energy rift, and energy has to go up, and good things, you are showing yourself self-love, your energy self-love, it has to go up. Energy has to go up. Good things come to us when our energy goes up, not the reverse. The problem is also that in this symbiotic relationship that the wolf has with the dark spirits, it's a pattern. It's like a holding pattern of existence. It's an existing pattern. But it means that this is stolen energy from other energy bodies. It's stolen. And so this person isn't really growing. Going forwards, like a tree growing its branches. It's not really growing, this wolf. It's not growing. It's just staying in an addictive pattern and getting these high kicks, an addictive pattern all the time. High. When it starts to tip down again, I'm starting to feel really shit. I'm starting to feel dark spirits are in. Come on, come on, come on. Off we go. Let's get that really big kick. Knock that person down there. Get a kick, get a kick, get a kick. So patterns are set up and accepted. This is so important, that the wolf will understand that these patterns are set up and they're not growing, they're just stealing energy. It's not the same as growing and progressing and feeling good about themselves. and the things they're achieving. They'll always have that down and then up, down and then up, down and then up, you know, and the potential for it to get even worse because we get inured, we get immune to those kicks. You know, we're probably going to want a bigger kick next time as we go down, and maybe a bigger kick, you know, because that one felt nice, but what if we can get a bigger kick this time, you know? It's a very dangerous relationship that's begun to emerge, a very dangerous relationship.